Welcome back to the Wildlings Aging Catamaran Refit Show. This week we actually find out we've got quite a bit more works than we had expected, but that's the life we chose, so enjoy the video. Time to take out the mattress again! I probably have done taking out the mattress for over 10 times. For some more serious engine and steering job and some more tapping. So I'm the worker and Mark is the technician. I'm making a board here to cover up because it goes through all the way to the other bedroom. It's a little bit technical because when the rudder moves around, it shifts sideways and up and down. So I need to make sure the hole I cut is enough for this. I bought these sheets on AliExpress. They look really nice. They look like a barn style, a bit rustic style, and they can serve as the cover for our steering. The whole sheet is enough for 2 and they only cost £9 and free delivery.
While Nadiana's been working on this, I finally got around to installing the lights down here. The all-important LED lights. They're up there kind of hiding away in the crevice. The wiring itself, it's really not that pretty at the moment, but it is very strong, and I've made sure that it's, you know, oversized wire and everything, and it's proper, really secure. I'll be glad when this is covered up.
Yeah?
So did you put a panel over? Have you done your panel for that? Oh!
It's not fixed yet, it's just here. Don't show it. It's a very, very difficult engineering piece.
This is the steering gear, and obviously as it turns, it moves in and out and side to side, so...
Yeah. Once this is fixed, maybe.
You know what this little panel could use?
What?
LED lights.
No.
But look at that light, and it's diffused beautifully. So it just lights up the cabin really nicely. The amount of light that you get off them, and they draw next to nothing.
My cheap fix. It actually doesn't. I don't know. How does it look? I'm gonna cut those stringies, but I think it looks fine. Does fixing bolt also give you fixing computer knowledge? You surprise me every day.
It's very, very fiddly, but I need to change the fan on this. It's terrible. It makes terrible noises, and it makes editing a pain in the backside. So
this computer has been serving us so well, and it costs like half of what it would cost for a good MacBook.
So I've received my orders from the Admiral.
I thought I'm the Admiral.
Yeah, I received my orders from you.
Oh.
And we're going to be receiving an order from the online chandlers containing filler and some things that I need. I was wanting to start the electrics on the engine because I'm going to probably be fitting the tank in tomorrow. The Admiral, however, has said no because I'm still waiting for some spares which might come next week. So yeah, is this week engine week? No, next week is engine week.
This week is the starboard hull week, and I've done my part, and I'm waiting for Mark to do the hard work of grinding the fiberglass, and then I will sort out everything else.
2 little bulkheads to do, 2 little bulkheads to grind. I'll go and show you those now. This bulkhead is pretty much coming off, or at least I'm going to cut it here. This is what the boss says. We've also had advice that it's non-structural. It might help to a bit of deck structure? If so, then that's going to be in that part which is going to stay on anyway. And it's right next to a window, which is telling us that it's not going to support this hull if it's right next to the window.
Yeah, it's got like maybe 2 centimeter gap from the top anyway, so I actually don't think, and it's so thin.
And then apart from that, there is that one. So I'm just going to grind that one down, and then I'm just going to, well, tab it back in, make sure the wood is wetted out properly. So another job for in here as well is that fur lead. We did the one on the other side which was rotten, and this one, I can feel this wood is, it's not very good. In fact, it's a little bit moist. I feel it feels moist, so that's going to be changed just like the other one was. We finally got some proper protection, eyes, ears, and this little respirator. And it doesn't steam up, so. So we have these lights, which also very utility, but LED as well, so they're obviously like pretty good quality, and they actually go white and red also, so actually very useful. So I will save these, not for in here. They could, I'm not sure if they're waterproof, but they could potentially go on deck. You could wire them up in the galley in a more kind of useful area while you're sailing, so that red light is useful. So rather than go straight in with the sander, I'm going to grind off as much as I can, basically cut it out rather than release all that material into the air. I don't know if this is the best practice, but we just want to keep as much dust out of the boat really. Now the camera's going out of the room because it's absolutely covered in dust. It's probably my least favourite job. Yeah, I think it's done, but the place is just dusty as all heck, and it just gets everywhere. So here's the dust room. So it's all looking nice and clean. And if anyone was wondering if this bulkhead was structural, you know, that it's not even touching and it wasn't filled. Everything has a layer of dust.
Yeah. Even smells quite a lot outside. Would you like to get a shower or something?
Yeah, I'm gonna have lunch. Are you cleaning this up, all this mess up?
Yeah, I'll clean all the dust up.
Wow, shit.
No, you did much harder job.
No, it's all good. So while I'm in this room, I'm going to inspect the 2 through hulls. One I already started to take out. I'm just going to get that through the hull now and have a look at the hull thickness as well. And also we have a transducer which I'm going to inspect now and just have a little look at to see if it's good or whether I should plug it up. So this is an Airmar Smart Tri Multi Sensor. So I'm guessing you can, and it connects to the Raymarine stuff that we have. So I'm not sure how this comes out or how you service it or what, but we'll go on to the next one. So I drained the fuel tank through here, and then this is the through hole for the water intake for the engine. This is the remnants of the backing plate, which is rotten. So good job that I'm doing this, and then I've managed to pretty much free this. So this through hull, I think I'll go pull it out from the other side. You can see the hull thickness is pretty good, maybe about 1 1.5 to 2 centimeters. So because this area where this through hole was so greasy and a lot of diesel spills, I've actually cleaned it up using brake cleaner, and it just literally zaps the diesel. So that's another half job. So many half jobs now, and not enough full complete ones. It's really frustrating, but I need to just settle on one thing and focus on it. But I'm picking up a box of new things, but I'm thinking that I still need more things to get the fuel tank in, so anyway, we'll take a look at that box, see what we've got. So it's time to change the wooden little backing plate on this, because this one I am sure is also leaking. And while we're doing this bedroom under here, it is time. It's time to do it. This is a fur lead at the back, basically, for this cleat. Well, it was supposed to be a very quick job, just like the last one, but I found out that the core in between the fiberglass is rotten, which is funny because it's not soft, the deck's not spongy, because the fiberglass is incredibly solid and thick. You can see this in a second, but the core is rotten. Gutted, absolutely gutted, because it was supposed to be, what, a 1 hour job. Now it's going to take it. This is going to turn into something big, so. The holes are much longer, so I don't know what's been going on here. And you can see inside, this is some, she's not going to be happy when I tell her about this. Look. It's rotten.
No.
The fiberglass is so thick.
Yeah.
And so it's so strong. It doesn't feel. It's very, very solid. There's no sponginess to it, but you can just see like it's so wet and so moist. So I don't know what to do, to be honest. The job to fully do it would be to literally drill or grind out the fiberglass and then take out the rotten core, refill it, and then put the fiberglass back on the top.
Yeah.
But I just don't want to do that. So I don't want to just ignore it. I don't want to just seal it. I don't know. Have to think about it, but it's the right pain, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there's loads of deck fittings that I need to go over and check. So not as bad as this. There's nothing like this bad. But there are a couple.
What about that one?
That one was fine.
Well, but that one looks more rotten
on
the bottom than this bottom.
But remember, we found some standing water in one of the bilge panels.
Oh yeah.
And it's come from that for sure, 100%. Well, as a bonus, our package is here.
And as another bonus, I'm making pizza tonight.
Oh, that is a bonus. Ooh, ooh. We took some of your guys' advice, and that was to get this accumulator tank, so the water pump doesn't have to work so hard.
Tiny.
It's not tiny.
It's tiny, and it costs 50 euro.
Yeah, but it costs 50 euros. Yeah, it's 50 euros, but it's going to help us a lot. And if you think, when you use the tap, you don't really use much more water than that anyway, do you?
Yeah, it's true.
So we've got both a filleting blend and a filling blends. Fuel vent hose, mixing tubs, super absorbent oil spillage cloth. I got a what was this? Ah, okay, this is a deck filler. So this is actually for water. That will take the place of the diesel fill thing, and I will take the diesel filler and I will use it on the new tank. I'll clean it up and it will be reused. This is a fuel tank vent. Oh no!
What's that? They're so expensive.
What a rip-off. What an absolute rip-off. These grinding discs, I got 4 because I was the 80 cents here on this SVB, and they're tiny. Look at that. That's ridiculous. That's useless. That's a waste of money. That.
Maybe you can use it on a small thing.
The annoying thing is they probably put the dimensions on there, and I just presumed obviously it was in the sandpaper thing. Like, who grinds with?
That's one big thing about online shopping. You have to read the diameter all the time.
Yeah. I got 10 of these little electrical clippers thing because they're super good. I've used them already for some lights. More fiberglass mat. I bought that a little bit too late because we realised we have bags and bags of the stuff. Barbs for the fuel pipe. What else? What else? What else? Seriously. What a joke. And some big old PVC pipe. And also white Sika 291 Maritime Fugenmass or Colmastic Polymarine. Well, that is everything. More money down the drain? No, it's not really more money down the drain, it's just more money into the hole, the boat hole. Well, that was fun for me. I hope it was fun for you too. Now we need to think about what we're going to do about our little rotty situation. Will it involve some of this? Probably. Whether we actually take some of the deck off to get to the rot. It seems very moist and rot spreads, so we need to deal with it really.
The Admiral became the chef at night. A multi-personality. Mark's gonna be really excited when he sees this.
Yeah, I'm already very excited.
A treat
Wow.
for the hard-working captain. Pie was a bit burnt because I was playing chess.
What's going on?
We got just invited to go to a subscriber's mansion. And it's a 17th century what is it called? Hotel
Particular.
Particular.
So that means we're going to be leaving the boat, which I always feel anxious leaving the boat. I don't know if it's the same when people leave their houses as well, but obviously we'll make sure everything's turned off. We're going to leave the fridge running because it's got some chicken in there. The battery charger needs to stay on. Nice little change of scenery.
It's so cool we have arrived at this 17th century hotel.
It's not a hotel, all right? It's an old house.
I want to use the correct word.
It's a hotel. It's called a hotel particular. A particular hotel.
I've been trying to ask our host what does it mean. what does it mean?
Why is it called a
Hotel.
hotel? Why is it called a hotel?
I was thinking maybe because it's for like in the 17th century for the lords or the ladies for their holiday place. So it's called hotel. It's not their house, but it's called hotel. But I don't know.
This is our host, Jan. He found us on YouTube and he is, wow! He's invited us to his place.
It's like a museum.
Nadiana's been so excited about this. So I'm sure some eagle-eyed French viewers will know where we are, but we're actually in Aix-en-Provence, and the apartment where we're staying is literally on the streets, pretty much, and it is so packed. And as of tomorrow, France will go into another nationwide lockdown, so everyone is out. So it's a little bit crazy.
It's just a small spray.
Massage à garde.
I'm so excited. It's like a change of scenery from Port St. Louis.
Where is our tent down the street is a hotel particulier too with a garden.
We're doing all the posh things. We're visiting the vineyard. Just underneath the beautiful big mountain.
It's such a contrast to the boatyard and Port St. Louis, which is basically, I like to think of it as the apocalypse town. But yeah, it's a little bit different here. I'm getting French canal vibes again. Vineyards and mountains. Hello.
Bonjour. On vous dérange pas, j'espère.
Non, non, ne vous inquiétez pas. Là.
Covid style.
Yeah. Merci. I don't know what I'm smelling for.
Ça, c'est la tradition.
C'est mignon. C'est pas le plus expressif. Mais...
Non, mais bon. Bah, comme demain, on va se faire des fruits de mer.
Oui.
Ça devrait aller.
Verdict.
Oui, c'est ce qu'il faut. Le rôle après, c'est le plus grand.
Grip from the mountain. Saint-Victoire. Here we have a fake painted on window, and the reason is because at the old time you pay tax depending on how many real window do you have. So to avoid to pay more tax, people be cheap on windows, but then they don't want to be ugly, so they paint on fake windows. Now we're back to our boat, and it was such an enjoyable 2 days and a great weekend. Thank you, Jan, for inviting us and giving us this opportunity to see this beautiful house and a good, relaxed time. We really enjoyed it. Thank you very much. And I'll conclude this with a Chinese saying. It's called 金窝银窝不如自己的狗窝. It means golden nest or silver nest. You can never compare it to my little dog nest. So dog nest it means like your messy whole house, kind of means that. But yeah.
So I'm back fiberglassing the bits which I grinded off the other day, and I've taken your guys' advice because when I did that big bulkhead, a lot of you guys gave me some good advice and you suggested to use this mat. So I'm going to use this mat instead of the chop strand because of the binding agent. I don't know if that's the correct word, but basically the epoxy will stick better to this. I think the other stuff is better for polyester resin. So thanks for all that advice. I'm just going to fill it first with a fillet And then I'm just going to do one layer, see how that goes, of the fiberglass mat, and then maybe put another one, see how it goes, and hopefully it'll work better. A lot of people said, don't worry if it's your first time doing fiberglassing, obviously it's going to look a bit naff at first, but the bad thing is it's not the first time that I've done it. The first time that I did it, it went really well. We did some osmosis treatment on our last boat, and I think it's the temperature, it's the ambient temperature, it's quite cold, so the epoxy comes out very gloopy. I also bought this adhesive filler, which is a much stronger, it's more for gap filling. Because this is not a structural little bulkhead, I'm not going to use that yet. I'm going to use this for over here, because there are many places where there are holes going straight through the fiberglass, so that will be on another day, but that's what I'm going to use that filler for. Here comes Nadiana with her cheap mosquito net. So this is the super gloopy texture that I've been struggling with. That's what's been making it difficult. So we've noticed these little screws coming through. I'm trying to find them where they are inside, because I've made too much epoxy, which is really frustrating. I'm trying to find where are these? Usually we have stairs here, and these are look like they're mounted on, and I wonder if it's these. Or it could also be this. Nadiana says it is. And I've mixed too much epoxy, which is so frustrating.
The important thing is that you finished the job.
Oh yeah, I've not even shown the job. Okay. Now, thank you everyone for your amazing advice, because this stuff is perfect. It wets out perfectly. I know it looks rough, but it is good. Might just see if I can get another layer on then before the epoxy fully sets. Our lovely neighbour Sylvan has come through with two British. Whoa!
Wow!
Look at.
Wow! Parfait!
Parfait! Wow, it's so big! Wow,
And,
merci.
And the pavilion.
Ah, nice.
Wow.
Feeling very patriotic.
The queen with content. Pavillon sur le.
Merci beaucoup. So, I did manage to fill these holes with epoxy and epoxy filler. I wasn't going to do them until later. I was going to do all the little bits and bobs together, but I ended up doing them. And our amazing friend Sylvan came round with those flags, which is so nice of him.
So for the mosquito net, for these type of horizontal hatches, you just measure from the inside, make it maybe 1 centimeter more. Basically, make sure the net will cover the whole hatch. Next step, measure wire. Put the wire through up and down and up and down. Basically, just like sewing. Ding.
Nadiana was too embarrassed to show off the final job of these little mosquito nets, and they're not like super polished, but they close every single gap and they keep the mosquitoes out. So if they work, then they're perfect, and they're super nice because they just unhook really easily. She's just got them on these little pins into the little wooden frame, just lightly in, and they unhook lovely. So very nice job. If you're watching this video, well done Nadiana, don't be ashamed. We recently did a poll on our community page asking what would you do first, what job would you tackle first, and the overwhelming majority of you guys said that the most important thing is the hull and the through hulls, and that makes complete sense. So although we've already kind of started on the fuel tank, I'm going to get that sorted. I'm also going to get the engine sorted first, but then you're absolutely right, once those holes in the hull are filled and have got reliable through hulls through them, then yeah, we can essentially take off and we can do a lot of work at anchor. So yeah, that's actually opened my eyes a little bit. I was worried about I need to get everything done, or at least all the functional bits done, but it's not the case. We can actually do a lot at anchor. So thanks a lot for your input on that. I appreciate that a lot. Don't forget to leave this video a like. It was a little bit longer today, so if you got to this point, please just go and click the little like button. That would help us out a lot. Thank you again to all you amazing, super duper kind guys who have gone to our Ko-fi and PayPal. We are so grateful, and we feel like we don't give enough back for the generosity which you give to us. So thank you so much to you guys. Your names are flashing up on the screen. It's the absolute least that we can do. With that rot problem in the deck, well, it's gonna mean more work. We're not afraid of the work, but it just means that, yeah, more jobs to do until this is provisionally complete. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching this week, and see you in next week's video. Bye bye.